The 1990s were a golden era for Nickelodeon, bursting with unforgettable cartoons and quirky commercials. Who could forget the wild antics of Rugrats, where Tommy and his friends turned everyday adventures into epic quests? Or the outrageous humor of Ren and Stimpy, pushing boundaries with its surreal animation and offbeat gags? And then there was Hey Arnold, with its unique characters and heartwarming stories set in a vibrant city. Commercials were just as memorable, often featuring catchy jingles and zany characters. Remember the iconic Nickelodeon GAC ads? That gooey green slime was a must-have for every kid. And let's not forget the classic You Can't Do That on Television, where getting slime became a rite of passage. Nickelodeon wasn't just a channel, it was a cultural phenomenon that shaped our childhoods, blending creativity and chaos in a way that still resonates today. The 90s were truly a time when imagination ran wild, and Nickelodeon was the playground for our minds. Tampa, Florida, has a rich history of organized crime that dates back to the early 20th century. The city became a hotbed for mobsters, particularly during the Prohibition era. One of the most notorious figures was Santo Traficante Jr., who ran the Tampa underworld with an iron fist. He was deeply involved in gambling, drug trafficking, and even had connections to the infamous Cuban mob. But it wasn't just Traficante. The Sicilian mafia had a strong presence, with families like the Genovese and Gambino making their mark. Tampa's Ybor City, once a thriving cigar-making district, served as a backdrop for many of their operations. The streets were alive with whispers of illicit deals and power struggles. The legacy of these mobsters still echoes today, with tales of betrayal, loyalty, and the high-stakes world of crime that shaped Tampa's history. It's a fascinating chapter that reminds us how the allure of power can lead to both fortune and downfall.
What's something people don't know about the US military? It's more than just soldiers and tanks. The United States military is a powerhouse composed of 6 branches: the Army, Navy, Marine Corps, Air Force, Space Force, and Coast Guard. Each one plays a unique role, from land operations in the Army to maritime missions by the Navy and Coast Guard. The Marine Corps specializes in amphibious warfare, while the Air Force dominates the skies. And let's not forget the Space Force, pioneering our defense in the final frontier. The Army and Air National Guard serve as reserve components, ready to step in when duty calls. With over 2 million personnel, both military and civilian, America's armed forces are a top global power working tirelessly to protect our nation and uphold international norms. Stay informed, stay proud. That's the power.